Guns, swimming, and apps. This time on the 411. We start off this week with this. Unhappy with President Barack Obama's gun safety proposals, a gun shop proprietor in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is looking to give away an AR-15 assault rifle and 1,000 rounds of ammunition as he means to, quote-unquote, defend themselves against a tyrannical government. Eric Lowry, owner of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Tactical Firearms store, is giving the gun and ammunition away along with 30 high-capacity magazines through his company's Facebook page. Dislike. In other gun-related news, at a press conference in Washington, D.C. Wednesday, Chris Rock, Tony Bennett, and other celebrities joined survivors of gun violence in support of President Barack Obama's call for new gun control laws and urged Congress to take action immediately. The press conference was led by Mayors Against Illegal Guns, a group of more than 800 mayors from across the country who are working together to help law enforcement target illegal firearms. Most all of the city leaders in attendance were flanked by armed security to protect them from winners of gun giveaways from the great state of Pennsylvania. Maybe, probably, possibly, who knows. The ironies bouncing back and forth off each other like a room full of mirrors. In the immortal words of Ice Cube, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Think about it. Speaking of guns and irony, there's a shift in the GOP leadership. Eric Cantor, the second-ranking Republican in the House of Representatives, appears to be looking to shift public perception of his party. In a speech prepared for the American Enterprise Institute, Cantor said he hoped Republicans and President Barack Obama could set differences aside in the interest of helping ordinary people. In other tool-related stories, the Duke University chapter of the Kappa Sigma fraternity has been suspended in wake of its offensive Asian-themed party that's been dubbed Racist Rager. Members of the Kappa Sigma fraternity sent out invitations for their Asia Prime party that were mockingly written in broken English. So funny. After the invitation received criticism, the fraternity sarcastically changed the name to International Relations. Brilliant. President of the Asian Students Association at Duke, Ting Ting Zhu, said, Taman Shibu Hao. He then continued in English because, unlike most of the Kappa Sigma Duke chapter, he's fluent in 2 languages. He said, the party was, quote, only the most recent of numerous racist and sexist fraternity-themed parties. Mr. Zhu went on to say that this protest is about the destructive prejudice that must be uprooted from every corner of Duke to make this place an inclusive and safe place for all. And concluded by saying that the biggest offense was that 2 hours after eating the food at the party, he was hungry again. In lighter news, Olympic swimmer Cullen Jones is sending ripples across the country with his Make a Splash initiative. The record-holding and multiple medal-winning swimmer is pushing to make sure that boys and girls, especially of African-American and Latino backgrounds, learn how to swim. Jones found a kindred spirit in the head of the Toledo partner for Make a Splash, Miss Wanda Butts, who garnered a CNN Heroes Award this year. After losing her son to drowning, Miss Butts has dedicated her life to helping other children learn how to swim through her nonprofit organization, the Josh Project, named for her son, of course, who died. Jones supported her bravery and dedication by awarding her with one of his Olympic medals, which is pretty awesome and one of the coolest things I've heard in a long time. Thanks, Mr. Jones. Last up this week, and speaking of cool, we're rolling out a new segment called Good Thing of the Week. Our inaugural offering is this. Zora Ball, 7-year-old African-American computer programming student, has become the youngest person ever to create a mobile video game app. The Young Miss Ball's app was unveiled at the University of Pennsylvania's Bootstrap Expo last month. Bootstrap is a computer programming language that Ball learned through her first grade and after-school programs. Wow. Bootstrap is typically taught to students between the ages of 12 and 16 to help them learn algebra. So if you didn't feel computer literate enough before now, you're welcome and thanks, Miss Ball. Nice job and keep going. And that's all for this week on the 411. Find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Remember, if it's Saturday, it's the 411. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.